Hello! I hope you enjoyed the episode. The video edition has gotten easier after figuring out some stuff. It only took me like 3 hours. The hardest part is finding the right sounds, syncing them, and well, if they need to be edited. So, continuing with the last post updates, here's what we have. First, last week I had COVID and it was hell, and I couldn't do anything that was drawing related because I couldn't think much. So I took the time to redo the 3D scene that got corrupted, and that happened to lead to me learning more about Blender and taking advantage of the new CPU I got. So I ended up learning something from that. Making an animated series by myself, it's not impossible after all, and that knowledge shook me to my core. So, of course, I'll be pursuing this from now and learning animation. Blender is amazing for both 2D and 3D animation, and I think I would like to do a mix of the two because it will look good enough and serve to tell my story and also save me a lot of work. Of course, I know this is just not something I can start doing right now. I still have many technical things I need to learn, but I also need to wrap my head around animation theory and study it more. Also, learn acting and audio stuff. To achieve this, the best way of learning something is just doing it. So I'll start with a small project and see how it goes, but it will be later on. In the meantime, I have two other ways to practice that you might be interested in. The first way is new sketched episodes. So currently I have been making the sketch episodes like the comic and in Clip Studio Paint. But if I'm going to be doing video comics, it makes sense that the sketches will start as video as well. I'm going to try for a few episodes to make the sketched episodes in Blender using Grease Pencil. It's a 3D pen that has some differences. It's a little bit hard to learn, but if you do learn it, it has many benefits, which could greatly improve quality and episode delivery. Some benefits go from being able to compose a scene, a panel with the characters on the background already, and it's easier to access references and to automatize coloring and make editions on the go. So, like for example, I have everything painted and then I decide, oh, I want this particular skin tone to be different, and I can change it and it will change for every single panel in all the episode. So that will be great. And well, working in Blender also includes the benefit of adding audio to it while drawing, which leads to the second way I can practice is that I can do voice acting in these episodes. Previously, I acted my panels to get the poses and expressions for my characters, but voice acting and acting the characters will be better than that. It will make it more fluid. So I will voice act the characters at least for the sketched episodes, and I'll do it in Spanish. I figured that, well, you are already reading them. Are reading them, so audio in another language won't be a problem. But also, this is the best way to practice for now. English is just too hard for me still, and as long as subtitles exist, I'm fine, I think. But when you watch a movie, having a bad actor that you can barely understand is not desirable. That's why I'll do the voice acting in Spanish. That way, I only need to focus on acting, but also that way my Spanish audience can enjoy the story too. And the English audience won't have to be distracted by what I'm saying, because they won't understand me at all. Also, it will be easier to get more voice actors that way. If people can deal with anime, they can deal with Argentinian anime. Another thing is that I'm going to try to keep the background assets animation ready. That means I should have prettier 3D backgrounds without the need to paint over them. I still want to keep the painterly look of them, that's why I'm going to paint textures and stuff, but Blender can do that now easily, so I'll see what I can come up with. And well, that's all I wanted to share. As for the next updates, Paths 5 is up next, and I'll be drawing it on Blender this time. Do expect it to look a little bit uglier, because I need to understand grease pencil first. The finished episode will look regular, so don't worry. Blender episodes are just a test, so I might go back to making them on Clip Studio Paint, but I would rather escape that hell of a software if possible. It's very unstable, it's just not good. Like, it has a lot of good features, but I am not happy with it because I cannot handle like big panels and big pages, and yeah, it's just a mess. It eats RAM like crazy. And about something I mentioned before, I'm also working on my next comic, The Timeless Song. It's on the writing stage, but this one will probably also be made in Blender when it reaches the sketch episode stage. So do not expect it anytime soon. I just want you to know that I'm working on this as well. Well, that's all. I'll see you around and have a nice week.